Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Haley if you do not know, and before I get on with this video, I do want to preface by saying the story I am sharing today happened over a year and a half ago, so it is not current and I am fine, and it didn't result in anything big in that moment. But I am going to share my idiotic port horror story. There's a reason why I'm using the word idiotic. You'll learn why in a few minutes. So to set the scene, I was still relatively new to the port scene. I believe this happened towards the end of 2017, if I'm thinking correctly. I think so. I'm pretty sure. So I get weekly infusions with my port. Right here, same exact port that this happened with. And I use something we call a Y connector, and basically I'll show you is that it just basically splits one lumen into two so you can infuse. Yeah, see, like you would connect it to the where the tube is coming from the needle, and it would split so you can run two things at once. So something I did not realize is that this part, you have to make sure it's on tight or else it will come undone, and I did not realize that. So I was infusing and I was in bed sleeping, and at it was either 3 a.m. or 5 a.m. one of those, I think, maybe 5 a.m. I don't know. It was very, very early, and I woke up drenched, and my first thought was did I just seriously pee myself? Oh my gosh, what if I pee myself? What? Spoiler alert, I didn't, but that's what I originally thought. But then I smelled knack, which is one of my IV infusions, which smells like rotten eggs mixed with sewer. So it's very putrid smell, and I smelled that. And then I looked down, and my entire shirt, and I had a stain on my bed, was blood. And I have no idea how long it got disconnected, because that's what happened, is it got disconnected because I wasn't on top of things that week, so I didn't think to make sure it was on tight. So in the middle of the night it came undone. So in turn, fluid went all over me in my bed, and the blood went all over me in my sheets. So any person would wake up their caregiver, if you have a caregiver in your house, like my parents are my caregivers, and you would wake them up and say, hey, here's the situation, this is what's happening, what do I do, what do you want to troubleshoot it with me? Do you know what I did? I didn't wake my mom up, I didn't wake anybody up. What I did was I clamped my line, I disconnected my fluids for good, I put a towel where the big old stain was, and I tried to flush it with heparin, and it wouldn't flush with heparin. And at that point, that's blood clot level, duh. I went back to bed. That is not safe, that is not smart, that was the worst decision ever. So if you're in a situation like that, no matter what time of day it is, just don't do that. So yeah, long story short, I end up in the ER for several hours trying to dissipate the blood clot that occurred, because obviously with free access to the air and everything, blood clots really easily. Even infusing blood can clot really easily, but especially if you're disconnected and it's not clamped. How I did not get an infection, I do not know, and I'm so very grateful I didn't, because I did not know if it had been 40 minutes or if it had been 3 hours that was happening, where things were leaking out of my port site, and that's not something safe, and that is huge red flag bacteria growth area, and I'm just grateful I didn't get an infection. But yeah, so we were at the ER, my dad took me for several hours, and they used cath flow. They used cath flow. I think that's what it's called, cath flow. And it took about 2 hours of that to get it out, and luckily it dissipated. I got an x-ray just to make sure I was all good. It was all clear, it was flushing again, and it was fine, and I'm so grateful that it was fine. But oh my gosh, I was such an idiot with it. Like, I knew better. And I got, oh my gosh, my mom got very upset at me, and rightfully so, because that was not okay. So, in conclusion, the tip of this video is that never ever, 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 ever clamp your line and go back to bed if it's disconnected. Try to flush it. If it doesn't flush, wake up your caregiver or call somebody. Don't wait like I did. So that's this idiotic horror story, and I'm poking fun at myself by calling it idiotic. I'm not actually trying to insult myself or anyone. I have to laugh to keep from crying. So I am going to go because this battery is almost dead in the camera. So don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe button down below, check out all my socials and podcast links in the description box below, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.